Spiritual medium Pamela Theresa is so much more than a medium. She is also a physical medium. She can use her energies to help spirits manifest. And she is an empath. She can feel the injuries and emotions of both the living and spirit, including their cause of death, all combined for an amazing connection with spirit unmatched anywhere. And she relies solely on spirit communication and not on psychic impressions known as a psychic read. Everything out of her mouth is from spirit, and nobody knows more about the truth and about you than your loved ones in spirit. They are with you always and want to offer their help and love. What you're about to see are actual spiritual reads. She will be bringing peace and understanding to people who grieve the loss of a loved one and telling their stories from beyond the veil of death. Pamela Theresa, medium in the Raw.
Where's the salty dog, the drink that's coming back in again? Is that for you? Okay, I think we're shifting here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I don't know if anybody knew that.
Huh?
I don't know if anybody knew that that's what I drink, but that's my drink.
Well, don't you think they would know it now?
Well, yeah.
What is a salty dog?
It is vodka and grapefruit juice with salt around the rim.
Okay, that explains what I'm tasting.
Good, isn't it?
Who did you want to hear from?
I was hoping to hear from my brother.
Mm-hmm. Who drank the Seagram 7?
I'm not sure what he drank or Seagram.
What is it with the 7 again today?
Yeah, 7's a lot in my life.
Okay. Was his sudden?
No.
Who's the sudden death in your life? It doesn't mean that he's not coming through and that we don't have others coming through as well. I might be picking up on somebody else. Do you hum a lot?
Yeah, and
Okay.
whistle.
Uh-huh. And just randomly you'll be like,
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The motorcycle, where's the motorcycle?
My husband has one.
Okay. All right. Your brother's coming through. Now, your brother and his personality, it's a total shifting of gears as far as personalities with your brother and his mother. Night and day, as far as, how you saw how she came through, right? He comes through more in the way of he thinks, then he'll deliver it. Does that make sense for his personality? It's not like like it was with.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm trying to show you the contrast between.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're shifting from his mom to your brother, and so the read comes through a little bit differently because we have different personalities here. He's talking about your husband, who has the bike. Okay. Did it just have a flat tire? Did he fix the rear tire?
Not that I'm aware of.
Ask him about the rear tire or what was going on with the rear tire.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a nail in it or what.
I just did that today.
Your bike?
Yes, I just aired up the back tire today.
Oh, okay.
Hers as well.
Okay, here we go. Here we've got a group read again. And those of y'all in the back that want to be read, don't be left out. Oh my. It's kind of weird for the physical brain, me being a human being as well, when it comes in, it's like, all are true. I mean, what are the odds? Tire, tire, tire. Oh, you don't know it yet, but tire.
When you go home, it'll be a flat tire.
You asked me about the sudden death.
Yeah.
He told me that everything was okay, and then I found out really quickly that it wasn't. So maybe
for you, it
that's-
was a sudden death.
Yeah.
Because he's saying my death was sudden for her.
Mm-hmm.
Which it was. Oh, why are you so pissed off at him?
Why am I so pissed?
Yes, he's like,
I'm
oh,
really
she is
pissed.
pissed off at me. Your parents,
Probably.
okay, your parents, did they split? Where's the split? Where's the separation with your parents?
My father died.
Okay, that's a split.
Yeah, and we were adopted, so that.
Because he's showing me
Split.
as different parents too, and also split.
Right, we were adopted.
Okay. He layered it in like that, by the way. He's like different parents, but it's interesting. Who had the closer relationship with your father? Who was closer to the father?
The one that passed?
Yes.
He did, because my mother was pregnant with me, so it would have
Okay,
been him.
okay. Your father went before him? His father went before him?
Yes.
Do you still put rice in your salt shaker?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's important. That connects you to somebody very important he's talking about. What the hell happened to his stomach or your father's stomach?
It was his stomach.
His stomach.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, he had a lot of problems with his stomach.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Who's the left-handed person?
Me.
Did he go away for a time and there was a separation between the two of y'all while he was still in the physical?
Yes.
He's apologizing. He said, I had an attitude. He said, I really felt like, he has universal sight now, but he says, you know, I really felt like I didn't belong anywhere.
Right. That's
And
why
so
I'm so pissed off.
He said, I isolated myself. He said, and I had one hell of a pity party all the time.
Yes.
He said, so if you look at my life, you would see that that's what it was. But he understands that now, and how the blood is not thicker than water. You are his sister. But there were times where he felt like he felt different.
Yeah.
And it wasn't your fault. You tried. He said you would go overboard in trying to help him know that you loved him. And he says that it actually became quite frustrating for you, because he would start abusing in a way you, so that way the relationship, there's many different ways of abuse, but he's
Right.
abusing the relationship to where it kind of forced you to finally say, you know,
Yeah.
I'm fed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So he said, so I don't want you feeling guilty about that. He said, because really, truly, the fault was mine. He said, I just couldn't get over how I felt about myself. Where's the twins?
The only thing I can think of is everybody thought we were twins when we were adopted.
Okay. He considers you as
We were
twins.
so close and clung
Yeah.
together.
He's bringing up cinnamon and ginger and spices and such like that. Have you recently been smelling that in the energies, just like out of nowhere, like a spicy smell, like a cinnamon or a nutmeg or something like that?
I smell a lot of ginger, maybe ginger.
Ginger? Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's a spice. So
Yeah.
you've been smelling that?
Mm-hmm.
He says that ginger is me. Getting your attention.
Coming up on Medium in the Raw,
So he's coming through with a powerful voice and saying, I am really sorry.
find out the story behind the story about local haunts and Medium in the Raw, and learn more about the spiritual gifts of Pamela Theresa. The exciting new book, Medium in the Raw, Diary of a Sensitive, is available now on Amazon.com.
Was there an accident before that? He's trying to bring in some validation as far as you know this is him.
Yeah, my cousin got in an accident and he got killed innocent.
That's what he's talking about. Do you remember the right side, the right rib is well connected to that?
He got shot at in the rib.
Is it the right rib?
Well, I don't know which side.
Well, you'll be able to validate this out. That's why whatever they bring through, it's going to be validated. Somebody else will be able to give you the information. So that way, and that's the main purpose here in spirit communication, they will give you things which might seem insignificant, but it's powerful. So even the person that you communicate with, was it the right side, the right rib? That person needed to hear that as well to help them understand the continuity of life. They are fine and standy, by the way, all of them. So you have a lot of male in spirit, a lot of men in spirit. So that's why I took a step back when she's like, I want to hear from my grandma. I'm like, well, I got a lot of men here.
Yeah.
But the messages that you needed to hear from most of all were from them.
Yeah.
Is there that November connection as well? Being that I was reading her here, but I'm hearing
My
the November.
grandfather died in November.
Okay. You're showing me that as well as being important and significant. What happened to his shoulder? Where's the shoulder here? That shoulder's coming through.
Oh, that's
It's a rotator cuff on the right side.
my grandfather had a bad shoulder.
The same one that we're talking about in November?
Yeah.
Okay. That's his way of saying, okay, this is me. Somebody has told you recently, and he's just trying to show you that he's in your life. Well, you know it's not brain surgery. He gave me that quote.
No. Can you repeat that again?
Well, you know it's not brain surgery.
Somebody said that to you recently.
Basically.
Yeah, we have someone that's got a tumor on the brain.
Okay.
It's a child,
Okay. So why is he saying, well, you know it's not brain surgery?
but they're still living. That one's still living. So.
That's okay.
He's
He's
just
still
bringing
going to
up
be
a
talking about
conversation.
people who are physical
We were talking
as
about
well.
that today.
Okay.
He's just trying to prove that he knows what's going on in your life. So he's bringing up something that was
Because
said.
I asked about, you know.
So the conversation, did it involve what's not brain
With the
surgery?
Right, they cannot go in and do brain surgery.
That's why he says, well, you know it's not brain surgery. This is his way of saying, I know what's going on in your life. Did y'all recently go down to St. Augustine, the fort in St. Augustine? Or were you talking about going down to the fort in St. Augustine?
I went last, but what? I went. We were just talking about going. I've been, and I.
Okay.
And I had something happen there too.
Okay, this is what he's doing is he's giving you evidence of, I'm around, I know, I love you, and all the rest of them, we know what's going on in your life and we're trying to help you. So it will seem like I'm like randomly saying stuff. It's not so random because he's a part of your life. He knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Was there anybody that wanted to be read that hasn't been read?
Are you in the front?
Who got electrocuted? Zapped in the fingers.
He did.
Okay.
It was the same day that my dad actually had his heart attack.
Okay, all right.
Same father?
He was my father-in-law.
Okay, your father-in-law. So your father-in-law and your father are teaming up together to bring this family together and talking in this way. What's the relevance? Your father is talking to me about.
He passed away last year, and he had always told us for several years before he passed that, you know, not to worry about him. He was going to be on top of the hill under the big tree, and he'd be waiting there.
Well, he's not on the top of the hill by the big tree. He's next to you trying to help you. That's what he's telling me.
Coming up on Medium in the Raw,
So he's coming through with a powerful voice and saying, I am really sorry.
want to be a part of the live studio audience for a taping of Medium in the Raw? See it live and in person, and you can get a reading from spiritual medium Pamela Theresa and appear on the show. For dates and ticket information, go to mediumintheraw.com.
passed away last year, and he had always told us for several years before he passed that, you know, not worry about him. He was going to be on top of the hill under the big tree, and he'd be waiting there.
Well, he's not on the top of the hill by the big tree. He's next to you trying to help you. That's what he's telling me. There's a reason why he starts bringing through, and then your father-in-law, he's in spirit, they team up together. And that's why right away he starts pointing to her and what happened to her. And there's a reason why he would do that. Because it's painful getting electrocuted in your fingers, you know, and then your father had a heart attack, and then the relevance is it was painful. Of course it is when your father passed, okay? Is that making sense? He was telling me.
Last few years he was alive, he suffered a lot.
Mm-hmm. Did he have a nerve disorder in his hands as well? Because that's the way it feels like being electrocuted. There's like, I've got nerve issues, especially in my hands.
He had so many things wrong, I could sit here and
Do
write
you
a book.
remember, though, him trying to move his hands? Because this is what he shows
He got
me.
to where he couldn't even sign his name.
Okay. And where is the month? I'm getting tangled up in words here with him. The month of November.
That was his birthday. It was in that
Okay,
month.
so that being important. I'm linked to you. That's a hard month for you as well.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's why I kind of got tangled up in the words, because I can feel your pain even now. But he says this to you, so it means something. And of course, I think this is something we would all say to our loved ones when we're on the other side and trying to discuss things with them here. And you notice how I'm coughing more now that I'm linking to him?
He had
Does that
lung
make
issues
sense?
bad.
Okay.
When he was in the 50s, he had to have half of a lung taken out for
Oh,
TB.
that's right. Now he's telling me. Sometimes if you're feeling and you're experiencing a little memory loss, you're actually empathically connecting to him, his life in the physical, as I am empathically connecting to his life in the physical. This is not the way he is now, but he did live. It was real. It is real. It did exist. The energies are real. You still feel them. And so he said, just when you have that happening to you, just say, okay, I get it. All right, now pray. Disconnect me from that link, because I'm too young to have Alzheimer issues, okay? Has that been running through your mind recently as far as, well, he knows you and he understands. Now, you know, got me doctors too, going through that again. Yeah, go see a doctor if you need to. But your father is saying you're empathically linked to him and his experience, because you think of him all the time, because there's a lot of things that were unfinished. A lot of unfinished business. He said, suck it up and be a man. That's what you would hear. Do you remember that? Remember that?
Mhm.
He says, I'm sorry. So he says that, and then he follows it with, I am really sorry.
Want to be a part of the live studio audience for a taping of Medium in the Raw? See it live and in person, and you can get a reading from spiritual medium Pamela Theresa and appear on the show. For dates and ticket information, go to mediumintheraw.com.
So he's coming through with a powerful voice and saying, I am really sorry. Because there was just certain things that you wanted to do and certain directions you wanted to go a long time ago, but that didn't fit in his idea, right? So you kind of had to fall in line. But it's not too late.
I did follow some of his advice, and it was always good.
Okay, but you are you and not him.
Mhm.
Your life is vastly different. Your personality is vastly different. There's just certain things where why you couldn't have a strong connection, like you. He's telling me that there's so much in you that wondered if he could really truly understand you, but you couldn't express it. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's a different way of thinking. You're a unique being. And so with your own set of talents and such. What I really feel like, he's coming in with great counsel, but underlined all the way down, he says, I'm sorry. It's like, okay, so of course, logistically I was right. But as far as you following your heart, following your dreams, following who you truly are and the unique being, some of it was off the mark. He said that you're feeling this now, and that's the struggle. He's like, so fall more in line with who you are. Don't walk in my shadow anymore.
Okay, so Rick, you had a reading with Pamela,
Yes.
and it was pretty powerful stuff that she was coming through about your dad. Is that was dead on stuff?
Yeah.
She didn't know anything about you or your dad.
Yep.
It's like he was trying to make up for what he did in life and how he treated
What
you.
he felt was his shortcoming.
He has universal sight now, so he sees the cause and effect. He knows now how what he did in life affected you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty of the downfall of transitioning, that you get that. You have your life review and you see all that. You know, he's trying to help you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's with you all the time. He's not on the hill. He's with you, trying to help you out right now. And he's always with you.
Find out the story behind the story about local haunts and Medium in the Raw, and learn more about the spiritual gifts of Pamela Theresa. The exciting new book, Medium in the Raw, Diary of a Sensitive, is available now on Amazon.com. If you or someone you know would like a group or private reading with Pamela Theresa, call 904-238-4359. Or if you want to join the online community and learn more or watch exclusive videos, go to MediumInTheRaw.com. There you can also learn about upcoming dates for local haunts live events featuring Pamela Theresa, Medium in the Raw.